Welcome back. As we said in our intro, we are going to tackle a very important, delicate topic, which is the space and its relation with Earth and environment. And also, as I said in my intro, if there is, God forbids, a war, it's going to be the war on water. So how to benefit from our research regarding this topic in specific, and how to preserve our environment, how to make sure that we are going to live on a healthy planet. We do have an expert who is going to answer all our questions regarding that, and maybe also to open new topics and to make sure that we are going to have this connection among all these topics all together. They are all connected. We are very much delighted and honored to have with us live here in the studio our prominent guest, Dr. Sherin Baradei, Associate Professor and expert in water engineering and environmental engineering and space systems, and professional to the United States Office of Outer Space Affairs. Thank you very much for being with us, Professor Sherin.
Thank you, Nermeen, and welcome to your all audience.
If you permit me, Dr. Sherin, we are going to start immediately, and we are going to take it step by step. First, the role do planets and asteroids play in forming elements found on Earth?
Yeah. First, let me actually explain what are planets. We do have what we call the inner planets, and we do have the gaseous planets, which are actually the huge planets. Inner planets are Mercury, we do have actually Venus, we do have Earth, we do have Mars, and then we do have the asteroid belts. Asteroids are rocks with icy formation on them. And then after that we do have the large planets, who are actually, as people can see here, the gaseous one. We do have Jupiter, we do have actually Neptune, we do have Saturn, and we do have Uranus, and there are 3 dwarf planets that we do have: Ceres, and we do have Iris, and we do have Pluto. And each and every planet has different day. Actually, they are going to show it after a while, I guess. Let us also talk about asteroids. Asteroids, we do have 2 asteroid belts. We have an asteroid belt after Mars, and we do have asteroid belts, Kuiper belt, after the large gaseous planets. Actually, what I also want to say is that we do have something called sidereal or sidereal year and the solar year. Solar year, we know it, 365 days. Yeah. Sidereal year is the motion of the sun with respect to these stars. So because of that, the stars come up each day 4 minutes earlier, because there is a lag time. As for the stars, actually, you do have what people don't know, we do have really what we call the zodiac stars.
Yeah.
The zodiac stars actually are constellation of the stars, who are actually called Libra, who are called whatever. Yes. And the planets are
I'm an Aquarius, by the way.
Oh, and I'm Iris. And I'm, yes. And actually, I want to say that the explosion of the stars, or the dying of the stars, because the stars actually die in different ways. You have 0.08 to 8 from the mass of the sun. Actually, they die by shedding out their outer cell, and they are gonna have what we call nebula. I hope they are gonna put it here.
Yeah, and because this is going to take us a little bit to what we call radiation or microgravity effect.
Yes, but actually the cosmic rays, the dying of the stars, the sunstorms, all of that, they are actually giving us the most of the elements of the periodic table on Earth. Most of the people, they don't know that. It's coming from up high in the sky.
Periodic table?
Yes, the periodic table of the chemistry.
Okay.
The elements in it actually comes from the explosion and dying from the stars, from cosmic rays, from the sunstorms.
When you were speaking, Dr. Sherin, you said the icy something.
Yeah.
Icy, meaning ice, meaning it's water in the degree of -0, meaning that our water can be coming from the space. It's not originated from the Earth.
Fantastic, Nermeen. You're just a brilliant lady. You can see what they actually did show here from a while are what we call the asteroids. Asteroids are rocky. bodies with ice formation. Why is it ice? Because in space, actually, there is, by the way, no temperature. But we get the temperature of the cosmic radiation, and it is about negative 260. So the water is harder than a diamond, and because of that they are doing water mining on planets for many things, because what people maybe don't know, one of the kinds of fuel of rockets is water, hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah, so they want to do like water mining for one of them is to fuel their rockets, for example. So, but the problem is that the water is very, very hard, as you said, under negative 260 degrees centigrade. So, because of that, they cannot extract it because they are harder than a diamond. This is the problem of water in space, but we do have plenty of water on the moon, on some of the planets, and on the moons of Jupiter.
With the same nature? I mean, it's H2O here and H2O there, and is there any kind of connection between water resources here on Earth and water resources in the space?
Actually, this is a very good question. Yes, some of them, they are with nearly the same constitution, but some other they found on planet, they are like oceans, and they doubt that they are salty water. But we want actually to get this water. Why? Because it is mining, as I said. People, after so many years, if they can live on other planets, which is from my point of view very hard now, because for example something like Mars is 95% the atmosphere, carbon dioxide, so it is really, really hard. But water means life.
Sure.
It doesn't mean aliens, but maybe bacteria, maybe something that will actually benefit the Earth. For example, in the ISS, or the International Space Station, which is orbiting on 400 kilometers up above the Earth's surface, they are doing experimental things to see about the water and things like that. And how do astronauts drink? Because 1 liter of water costs $20,000 in space, because you don't have water.
Yes.
Where are you going to get it? So they recycle everything, like for example urine, the sweat, the whatever comes out of the mouth, but with another criteria, because as you said, we do have microgravity there, so you cannot filtrate water. On Earth, water is going to drop down.
Yep.
But in space, it is going to fly. So they have different techniques, and people are working, and me also, I'm working on something like that, and how to transfer space technology of recycling of wastewater to Earth, to benefit Earth. Because in space you cannot have biological treatment, which is the secondary treatment, because you are afraid of bacteria. So why not combine the chemical, physical there, here? Because they're up there, they reach 98% purity of water, so they drink it again.
But let me go to the moon, if you permit me, and to know how the moon, or until the moment, what we do know about the moon's impact on our water, on water on Earth, and if you permit me also on us, because 70% of our bodies is already water. Do we have any kind of influence? And or because, for example, there are people, and I don't know if this is going to be related to our topic or no, they do not feel well when the moon is full moon. Is it really something we should really take care of?
First, you said, if you permit me, I permit you to do whatever you like. An intelligent lady like you actually asks whatever she likes. The moon has an effect on the Earth in the tidal waves. Okay, the tidal waves actually, we do have, this is what they do have on screen now, are the explosion and dying of the stars, by the way. The tidal waves, we do have, the moon is pulling the water towards its side because of the gravitational forces, okay? And when it is pulling the water from the other side is gonna slide to the other side of the Earth. Okay, so we do have a bulge of water here, and we do have the bulge of water at the other side. Because of that, each day of the tidal waves, we do have 2 tidal waves. High tide Yes, every day we do have
Yeah.
two high tides, two low tides. And also the sun, by the way, plays a role in tidal waves.
This means that there is mutual impact between the Earth and the space.
Yeah.
True?
Yes, definitely. And what actually is giving us a clue about that is the sun, for example. We do have sunstorms. Those sunstorms, when they come very vigorously, they actually impact the satellites. They could damage the satellites. This is actually what I was talking about the tidal waves. They impact the satellites, and one incident was that they did have a cutting off of the electricity in Canada.
Oh.
Because actually, yes, it actually give us cosmic rays like protons and things like that, and this interferes with the satellites and things like that, and you can see it on Earth like aurora, a beautiful aurora in the northern hemisphere especially, but it doesn't impact us because we do have a strong atmosphere and we do have a strong magnetic center.
And Dr. Sherin, how we can explain how Earth is based on environmental innovations, and we can benefit from this. And you know, Dr. Sherin, when it comes, or when we see that there are very wealthy people, multi-billionaires, who are very much keen to go to the space and to continue with these trips, why, in your opinion, and what they can do there?
Yeah. Actually, those billionaires, I guess this is like, we want to see what is happening, because you know that Blue Origin is getting people to space to do experimental work, because when you go up in the space, this is the aurora that I was talking about from the sun.
Very beautiful, by the way.
When you go up to space, the sky starts to be, it is like blue, and then it is gonna go like purple, and then it's gonna go like darkness when you go to space. And by the way, space starts at 100 kilometers above the ground. Okay, why? Because below 100 kilometers it is aerodynamics for the planes. Above that it is actually spaceship dynamics, because the air gets thinner. So a plane should go very, very fast in order to maintain flying. So back to the question. People, when they, astronauts always say when they go up, they have like, what is this? I can see, it's like an out-of-body experience. I can see the Earth hanging like that. I was just here. And they see the line of the sun like going like that, so it is beautiful. So people like to see that. So because of that, we do have tourism now in the space by Blue Origin, etc., and others, in order to see that. But what I want to say, that the environment of the Earth, yes, impacts the environment of the space, like, for example, the global warming effect. The global warming effect, it is actually inducing a bad effect on what we call the, junk of the space, which are the small, tiny, little pieces of crushed, for example, satellites, spaceships, etc.
Wastes.
Yes, waste. We do have them orbiting, and it is sad that after so many years we are going to have what we call the Kessler syndrome. It is going to be so dense that we cannot go up. So the global warming make it very, very, very slow moving. And when it is going to go slow moving, this means that they are going to be there for a long time. Because when you deorbit a certain satellite, we do have two things. It's either you are going to deorbit and get it to Earth, we do have a graveyard in the Pacific Ocean, or you are going to actually get it up high at the sun orbiting system above. You
know, Dr. Sherin, while you were talking, I was thinking about our ancient Egyptians. And how they were very much, going deep into these issues, and to even build their temples, the pyramids, you name it. And for them, the space was an open book. and their calculations were very accurate.
Yes.
And when we do our research right now, we are very much astonished. It's not only us, by the way, the whole world is to be very much astonished with the progress they had thousands of years ago in this field in specific. What's your explanation? How?
Actually, and this actually goes hand in hand with the Grand Museum opening, this great event that was in Egypt, actually. Yes, ancient Egyptian they knew a lot about astronomy, yes. Actually, they do have the experience of stars, and from that, they know, of course, navigation, they know when the flood is gonna come, so it is aiding them with crops, of course. Do you know that the 4 sides of the pyramid, especially the large one, are at the
north,
cardinal,
south, east,
west? Oh my God. And of course you know about the sun coming on the
face of Ramses on the 22nd of February and of October.
Yes, but they use actually the stars very much in the agricultural usage. When we are going to have a flood, when we are going to have drought, things like that. And this actually what we are doing today, but with satellites. Satellites are aiding, which is the space technology aiding the Earth very much to know when flood is coming, when drought is coming, where the water storage is, because we do have groundwater, we do have, it's a cycle, we do have actually surface water, etc. So where is water with which quantity now? It aids us in the global warming, it aids us in the...
And because of what you have just said, is the thing which you made, you have this link between water engineering and space, Dr. Sherin?
Yes. Yes, and because of that, as you said, I was chosen to be at the United Nations Office of Outer Space Affairs because in my researches I link space with water through the satellite and satellite imaging especially. But now I'm thinking about working on other things, which is combining the recycling of water of space with that of the Earth, both ways, in order actually to benefit Earth and to benefit space.
I ended my questions here, but I have 2 other questions for you, if you permit me to. Number 1, do you think that to solve the water scarcity on Earth can be through space?
Yes, because actually we do have satellites that give us an early warning about any disaster and about the water scarce areas on Earth. So actually we can maybe enhance it with much water work in order to overcome that. So yes, it is with, let me say, space technology.
We can prevent drought?
Yes, we can prevent drought as engineers actually are building dams and things like that, but using the information of the satellite. So you use the information of the space technology like satellites in order to design measures on Earth in order to prevent things and to prevent catastrophes, I mean, and to be with mankind to give it all actually the flourishing things.
One final question, and it's a yes or no question. You believe in zodiac, in the horoscope, in the signs?
Actually,
as a scientist, Dr. Sherin.
As a scientist, no. But as a human, yes and no, because actually I don't believe as if this will happen to you and will happen because
I mean
this
the
is
features
that.
or
but
the characteristic of a human being.
The features, I found actually features of the same zodiac sign in many people. Yes, I have observed that, but as a scientist, I am completely actually repelling that.
Thank God I'm not a scientist, so I can believe in it easily. We were very much delighted and honored, and I enjoyed my discussion with Dr. Sherin Baradei, Associate Professor and expert in water engineering and environmental engineering and space systems and professional to the United Nations Office of Outer Space Affairs. Thank you very much for being with us, ma'am, and I wish that this is going to be the first time, not the last, and we are going to see you in more episodes of our program.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nirmeen, and I want to thank all the people behind the camera, and especially Mr. Yasser. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right after the short break, we are going to return back with more, so stay tuned.